Welcome to today's lesson. This is all about inverse of one-to-one functions. So today we're going to learn how to find the inverse of one-to-one functions given the equation form of the function. So the steps are, first, we replace f of x with y. We interchange x and y. Solve for the new y in terms of x. And replace the new y with f inverse of x. Again, step 1, replace f of x with y. Step 2, interchange x and y. Step 3, solve for the new y in terms of x. And step 4, replace the new y with f inverse of x. Let's have some examples. Okay, we're going to find the inverse of the following functions. Let's start with sample number 1. So here we have f of x equals x minus 2. Let's have step 1. We will replace f of x with y. So this will be y equals x minus 2. Then, step 2 is to interchange x and y. We will change y to x and x to y. Next step, step 3, we're going to solve for the new y. So remember, our y should only be on the left side of our equation, and x and all other constants should be on the right. So transpose y, we will have negative y. Then transpose x, we will have negative x. So we have negative y equals negative x minus 2. Take note, our goal is that the right side of our equation should only be y. So since we have negative y, we have to make it positive, and we can do that by multiplying negative 1 to both sides of our equation. So let's multiply by negative 1. That's negative 1 times negative y equals negative 1 times negative x minus 2. So we have negative 1 times negative y, that gives us y. Negative 1 times negative x, that is positive x. Negative 1 times negative 2, that gives us positive 2. So we will have plus 2. So we will stop step 3 if we only have y on the right side of our equation. So since we have y equals x plus 2, we can now proceed to step 4. So step 4, we're going to change y to f inverse of x. So we will have f inverse of x equals x plus 2. And that will be our final answer. Okay, next example. We have f of x equals 2x plus 5. Let's solve. Step 1. We will change f of x to y. So we have y equals 2x plus 5. Step 2. We're going to interchange x and y. Y will be x and x will become y. Step 3. We will now solve for the new y. So transpose 2y, that will become negative 2y. Transpose x, that will become negative x. Remember, your term will change its coefficient. Positive will become negative and negative will become positive once you transpose. Then let's copy 5. Okay, again, we have negative 2y, so to make that positive, we can multiply by negative 1. So multiply both sides by negative 1. This gives us negative 1 times negative 2y, that will become 2y. Then negative 1 times negative x, that gives us positive x. Negative 1 times positive 5, that gives us negative 5. Next, to cancel out 2, we have to divide both sides of our equation by 2. So, 2 will be cancelled out and we now have y equals x minus 5 all over 2. And step 4, we will now change y to f inverse of x. So we have f inverse of x equals x minus 5 all over 2. And that will be our final answer. Next example, we have f of x equals negative 3x plus 4. Okay, so to solve this, again, step 1, we change f of x to y. So that will be y equals negative 3x plus 4. Then, next we have step 2. We're going to interchange y and x. Y will become x and x will become y. So we now have x equals negative 3y plus 4. Step 3, we will now solve for the new y. Transpose negative 3y, that will become positive 3y. Transpose x, that will become negative x. So our new equation is 3y equals negative x plus 4. Again, to cancel out 3, we have to divide both sides of our equation by 3. So 3 will be cancelled out. And what will be left is y equals negative x plus 4 all over 3. Step 4, we will now replace y with f inverse of x. So this will be f inverse of x equals negative x plus 4 all over 3. And that's your final answer. Now to practice, kindly solve the following exercises displayed on the screen. Again, solve for the exercises displayed on the screen. So that will be all for our lesson. Bye, class!